Great signals for the bell. Bert Prentice here at ringside along with Bill Behrens, MCW Georgia's guru, here at the table today.
No insults necessary, Bert, but I'll tell you, this is going to be a great match. It's always wonderful to see Stephen Dunn in the ring, and I'll tell you, he has not looked better in years. This man is in peak physical condition.
Stephen Dunn in the ring in the green and black against Jason Gibson. We don't know much about Jason Gibson, a wrestler out of Southern Alabama. Stephen Dunn, a proven winner here at MCW, throws him across. Jason Gibson up and over, picks Stephen Dunn up for a body slam. The crowd reacts. Over 300 in the hall tonight for this TV taping. 2 drop kicks. Stephen Dunn is going backwards and down to the arena floor.
No, don't let this deceive you. Stephen's just toying with this young man. He knows he's probably as dumb as Robert Gibson and will be no problem to beat once Stephen gets back in the ring, gets a little bit more control, Bert.
They're in the throwaway Century 21 Blazers. Reno Riggins there at ringside, the partner, and they are the NWA North American Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
And I tell you, the NWA is just proud of him, and Reno just looks great tonight.
That's because he's on the MCW Georgia payroll. You're saying that.
Oh,
Stephen Dunn now taking it to young Jason Gibson. Stephen Dunn, a veteran of the ring wars. Jason Gibson in his first year as a wrestler. And there he reverses on Stephen Dunn. Dunn underneath. Thinks he outsmarted the youngster, and the youngster body slams him down with a lariat. Stephen Dunn, I tell you what, I think he's taken a little off guard here at young Gibson.
This young man is not going to make it out of his first year. Stephen Dunn, the chairman of the board, is about to teach him a real lesson. Right in the mouth
that was. And again.
All right, now it's time to go to school, boys and girls.
Talking about boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, tonight in Lebanon, a big card in Lebanon at the Lebanon Airport Armory. We want to see you there tonight. Whoa, and a jawbreaker there by Stephen Dunn. I tell you what, they are double dangerous. Stephen Dunn, Reno Riggins, the tag team champions. And of course, they're on that big card coming up in Nashville. Reno's gonna slap some humility into young Jason Gibson there at ringside.
I think Reno's just trying to wake him up, just trying to give him a little rest there, make sure he's okay, make sure he's ready to go with Stephen here. There, see, he got him right back up to his feet.
You signed any new TV stations this week?
Done really well. Actually, we've changed a few time periods. We're moving forward. You know, the gate receipts in Georgia this week were so hot. Well, you know that because of the money I sent through.
Did you sign any new TV stations this week?
I did. There's a small station, I think somewhere in Kentucky, that we're adding.
Stephen Dunn draping young Jason Gibson on the second rope. He's in dangerous territory. Reno Riggins there.
Ow, that'll leave a mark.
3 rings on his hands. My gosh.
That'll leave a mark. The young man is learning a little bit about the wrestling business right here.
But why does there have to be 2 against 1? It won't be 2 against 1 tonight in Lebanon. I'll tell you what, folks. You folks in Lebanon are going to be there. Of course, we actually got a quadruple header going on tonight. There's wrestling in Jackson at the Oman Arena. There's wrestling in outside of Gainesboro at the old Flinslick School, where the Tennessee Volunteers and Colorado Kid will be. Style and Shane and everyone else going to be in Lebanon tonight. There's a card going on over in Arkansas, one up in Ohio. I tell you, we've been busy. I tell you, this MCW wrestling being all over the country, and these wrestlers are staying so busy.
And understand we've had calls from Mississippi, from Alabama, different promoters who want to book the MCW tough. Heck, I understand we've had people as far as California wanting to bring MCW into that neck of the woods, and I couldn't be happier.
Real excited because my friend Sonny Kurtner is going to start up the old bus, and we're going to take a tour across America January 3rd through the 18th. 15 cities in 15 days, going through Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, and California, ending up in Victorville. And we can't wait to come see all the great fans out in Victorville, Palmdale, Barstow, Bakersfield, all the great towns. Hey, it kicks Reno Riggins from behind and takes Stephen Dunn down as just a wailing on Stephen Dunn. My
yeah,
gosh.
okay, now we're going to go to school a little bit here.
Riggins at the ring now. Referee says the match is over. That's a DQ. And I tell you what, they're going to destroy this young man.
Now, Reno, good. He's taking the jacket off. That's an expensive jacket. No reason to ruin that when you're out there doing a little business.
Every week they come out here trying to rub roughshod. Now 2 against 1. What can this kid do? 2 against 1.
Boom.
Oh, my gosh. A double power bomb.
Wait a minute.
The ring. And there's young Robert Gibson.
Young?
There's Robert Gibson in the ring.
Young?
One half the Rock and Roll Express. Robert Gibson And as I didn't tell you earlier, folks, because this young kid's out to make a name for himself, he's a nephew of Jason. Jason is a nephew of Robert Gibson, and my gosh, what a beating that kid took to the Volunteers, and Robert come out to save his nephew. Well, let me see if I can get a few words with Robert.
Yeah, wonderful.
Just like always, it's 2-on-1. Young Jason Gibson come trying to make a name for himself. Robert?
I'll tell you something, Bert. A lot of people that don't understand, this here's my nephew, Jason Gibson, my sister's boy, third generation. Let me tell you something, Volunteers. You want to jump 2-on-1? Hey, big boys here now in Nashville, October 3rd, right?
Well, we got you against the Rock and Roll Express. The Rock and Roll Express against the Tennessee Vols, yes.
Let me tell you something. Ricky Morton's going to step aside now. Let me tell you something, Jason. You be my partner, take care of the Volunteers.
You got it.
You got it. Let me tell you, this guy here's tough. He's been going about a year. Let me tell you something. He's ready to take care of some business.
You're asking Morton to step aside for this one match.
Exactly. Right there.
They kind of made it personal now, haven't they?
It is personal. Let me tell you something, Volunteers. You ain't messing with the Rock and Roll Express. Now you're messing with the Gibson boys. Right there in Nashville, we do one thing, bro. Let's take care of business.
It's always more dangerous when you mess with family, and that's fine with me. If the Gibsons want to take on, I'm sure Ricky will step aside. The fans approve.
Good, no problem. Volunteers, grab your best hold, boys. We'll do one thing. Take care of business.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Gibson, I can see it in his eyes, but it will be Saturday night, October 3rd. I'll go for that match. The Gibsons against the Tennessee Volunteers. You don't mess with family.